Hey friends, how's it going? My name's Miriam and I'm a poet, and usually when I film this I would be sitting in an armchair, but now I'm sitting in a plastic garden chair, which is those are comfortable too. Now, it's been a hell of a week in Victoria and in Melbourne certainly, and possibly it's been a hell of a week where you are as well. And there are some weeks where we just want to climb back into bed. And that's okay. That can be a feeling that we exist with. And that's not necessarily a thing we need to try and get rid of. It's just an emotion that exists. But I wanted to share a poem that has to do with the times when we need to remember that we are held, even when we want to just climb back into bed. So this poem is called My Odd Bedfellow. And I wrote it at a time when I was living in a cross-cultural situation. I was in the middle of culture shock. I was really overwhelmed and stressed. And I had just dropped my phone on a floor and smashed the screen completely. And I was far away from my parents and far away from people I wanted to talk to. I was just feeling really lonely and distant from God. And I wrote this piece, because sometimes those are the best places to write poetry. So my odd bedfellow goes like this. You should know I doubt a lot. I've never had much ease in trusting myself, others, God, or the general state of affairs. And these doubts, they've shaken me up. They've shaken me down. They've shaken my paradigm from ceiling to ground. But for some reason, well, actually for so many reasons, I still believe. And I have no desire to leave. I feel safe in God despite or because of it all. Because somewhere, in the midst of those various ups and downs, I learned the truth, ever firming up, that my wonderful God is, well, God, no matter what. So I'd better just get on with it. And while I will, no doubt, keep on doubting, probably till death does us part, and while it can be exhausting, in the end I let my questions drive me ever further in to God. And doubt can be my odd bedfellow for as long as it takes, even if he does tend to hog the blankets. Because God, well, he's the bed. And he is big enough to hold even the two of us. So, I'll seek to keep in the face of it all, returning to my knees, again and again, amen and amen, cuddling up with Christ my comfort at the foot of the cross. Again and again, amen and amen, on my knees at the foot of the cross. Again and again, amen and amen, on my knees at the foot of the cross. Isaiah 40:31 says, But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. I'll read you one more piece for this afternoon. And this piece is called Desert Call, because sometimes even when we're in the desert, and perhaps especially when we're in the desert, we can meet and encounter God. And it goes like this. Lonely woman, lonely thump step woman, lonely heartbeat woman, lonely but not alone. Out in the desert beyond the reach of people, lonely heartbeat woman dances. Thump, the thump, thump, the thump goes heartbeat. Thump, the thump goes feet. She calls along the wind, this lonely heartbeat woman calls. Flute prayer on the wind, flute prayer on the wind. She calls over the land it flows, lonely heartbeat woman's call, on the wind with the dust. Heartbeat woman's call, on the wind with the dust. Heartbeat woman's call. A brief note in the wanderer's ear to call them out with heartbeat and footfall. Heartbeat, woman's call. Heartbeat, woman's call. And so the wanderers come. Follow the desert call. Out into the dust with heartbeat and footfall. Bring your water. Follow the desert call. To meet with God, away from fight or flight. Follow the desert call. May you find moments of peace in the midst of chaos, in the midst of the desert. May you find moments with water, moments with rest. And may you remember that you are always fully seen, fully known, and fully loved. I'll chat to you next time. Bye.